Review of Pinocchio's Revenge, 1996. Many people write off Pinocchio's Revenge as a bad movie, but I see it differently. It may not be a classic in the traditional sense, but for what it is, the film works surprisingly well. The whole idea of blending the Pinocchio story with a psychological horror thriller is pretty crazy on paper, yet it somehow comes together in a way that is both unsettling and memorable. When I first saw this movie back in the 90s on a well-worn VHS tape, I was hooked. I used to watch it almost every day in my room, and it quickly became one of those films that stuck with me. Looking back, part of its charm is tied to that nostalgia, but there is still something about it that holds up. I didn't recognize any of the actors at the time, but I remember thinking they all gave solid performances. They sold the strange concept without ever leaning into camp too much. The tone of the movie is dark, eerie, and surprisingly serious for what could have easily been a killer doll B-movie knockoff. What makes Pinocchio's Revenge stand out is the way it blends psychological horror with supernatural undertones. It isn't overly gory, but the movie feels evil in its own way. There is a man who kills his son, another who admits to murder, and the sense that television and media might be influencing terrible things. It deals with guilt, temptation, and the question of whether the doll is truly alive or just a projection of the character's broken minds. That said, I wouldn't recommend this movie to everyone. If you read in a vulnerable state of mind, easily disturbed, or dealing with bullying or trauma, the themes here might hit too hard. It is not a film designed to comfort, it is designed to unsettle, to tempt, and to make you second guess what is real and what isn't. For me, though, Pinocchio's Revenge is one of those underrated gems from the 90s. It is not perfect, but it is effective, atmospheric, and a lot smarter than its reputation suggests. If you can handle darker psychological horror and you're curious about a twisted take on the Pinocchio myth, it is worth tracking down and seeing for yourself. Final verdict: a creepy, overlooked thriller that is more thoughtful than most killer doll movies. Not for the faint of heart, but a unique entry in 90s horror that deserves a second look.